A baby monitor static hum. A faint distant voice, too low to make out. A soft cry from a crib, then silence. Then, the monitor clicks. A new voice speaks. Calm, male, not from the room. If you're watching this, you might be hearing a voice right now. That doesn't belong. Pause. The static returns. A single breath. It happened to Sarah. She was just checking her baby's nursery at 2 a.m. Her monitor was on, the old-school kind, the one with the green screen and the crackling audio. She heard it first as a whisper, like wind through the curtains, then clear as a phone call. "She's beautiful." Sarah froze. She didn't scream. She didn't call 911. She just sat there, holding her coffee cup, staring at the monitor, and whispered back, "Who is that?" The screen went black. For 17 minutes, nothing. Then, a new voice. "You should turn it off." And then, silence again. Music begins. A single piano note repeated like a heartbeat slowing. Sarah thought she was losing her mind. She told her husband. He laughed. "Probably just interference," she told her mom. "Oh, honey, you're tired. That's just the monitor glitching." But Sarah didn't feel tired. She felt watched, and she knew. Someone was listening. Sound effect. A phone notification pings, a door opens, a child's giggle, then the monitor crackles again. She wasn't alone. In 2024, over 12,000 baby monitors and smart home devices were hacked, not by hackers in a basement, but by strangers, people who found a weak password, or clicked a link in a spam email, or bought a cheap monitor on Amazon with no security updates, and then they turned on the mic and whispered or laughed or said things like, "I can see her little toes. She's sleeping alone." That's sad. They didn't want money. They didn't want to steal your identity. They just wanted to be seen and to make you feel small. Pause. A clock ticks. A lullaby plays softly from a speaker, then cuts off abruptly. Here's the truth no one tells you. Your baby monitor isn't just a device. It's a window, and someone you don't know, might already be looking through it. Voice lowers, quieter now, like a secret shared between two mothers at midnight. There are real signs, not the ones you see in movies. No flashing lights, no dramatic music, just small things you'd ignore. Because you're tired, because you trust the brand, because you think it's just a monitor. But here's what to look for if you're afraid. On-screen text appears, for visual viewers, check mark. The monitor turns on by itself. You hear breathing, but no one's in the room. The camera moves when you're not touching it. Strange voices even when the mic is off, check mark. The light stays on, even when unplugged, check mark. The app logs you out, then logs back in without you doing anything, asterisk. Sign 1. The monitor turns on by itself. You didn't press anything. The screen flickers, the sound comes on, and you hear a voice. Not a glitch, a voice, like someone's talking to your child. Sign 2. You hear breathing, heavy, slow, but your baby is sleeping, and you're alone in the house. Sign 3. The camera moves. You didn't tilt it, you didn't touch the app, but the lens, it slowly pans across the room, like it's looking for something. Sound effect. A baby monitor static. Then, a faint whisper. "She's so cute." Sign 4. You hear a voice. Even when the microphone is turned off, you checked, you're sure, but still, you hear it. That's not interference, that's a back door, a hidden feed. Someone has bypassed the security, and they're not just listening, they're watching, and they've been there longer than you know. Beat. A child coughs softly in the distance. A mother sighs. Sarah didn't sleep for 3 nights. She unplugged the monitor. She covered the lens with tape. She bought a new one, the most expensive one on Amazon. And then, The new monitor started making the same noise, same whisper, same voice. She called the company. They said, "That's impossible. Our devices are secure." She called the police. They said, "We can't do anything unless we have proof." So she called me. Voice softens, raw, real. I'm not a hacker. I'm not a tech expert. I'm a mom, like you. I had the same monitor, the same fear. And I learned, this isn't about technology. It's about trust. And we've been taught to trust too much. Sound effect, a router blinking, a phone charging, a door closing. Here's what you need to do. Not tomorrow, not after you've slept, right now. On-screen text appears. Unplug the monitor when not in use. Change the password. Every 30 days, disable remote access in the app. Cover the camera with a sliding lens cap. Use a non-Wi-Fi monitor if you're scared. Check for firmware updates every week. It's not about being paranoid. It's about being present. Step 2, change the password. Not baby123, not mommy love. Use a random string, 7#KL, 9!, PQW $2, and change it every 30 days. Step 3, go into the app. Find remote access. Turn it off. If you don't need to check your baby from work, don't let anyone else check her from a phone in another city. Sound effect, a camera shutter clicks, then silence. Step 4, get a physical cover, a sliding lens cap, something that blocks the camera when you're not using it. I bought one for $8. It's made of plastic. It looks like a tiny blind. But every night, I slide it shut, and I whisper to my daughter, "You're safe. I'm here." And I mean it. Voice becomes firmer, not angry, resolute. And if you're using a Wi-Fi monitor, you need to check the firmware. Go into the app, find System Updates. If it says Update Available, install it right now. Because hackers don't break in with tools. They wait for a software glitch, for a forgotten password, for a mom who's too tired to care. Pause. A baby stirs in the crib. A soft coo. I talked to a detective last week. He's been investigating baby monitor hacks for 5 years. He told me, most victims don't report it. They're ashamed. They think, I should have known. I'm overreacting. I'm a bad mom. But here's the truth. This isn't your fault. It's not your parenting. It's not your tech skills. It's a system that sold you a device that was never meant to be trusted, and then told you it's safe, and walked away. Music returns. Gentle, warm strings. Sarah didn't fix it with a new monitor. She fixed it with a choice. She bought a wired, non-Wi-Fi monitor, the kind that only works in the house. No app, no cloud, no remote access, just sound, just her and her baby. She still checks on her daughter every night. But now, she doesn't need a screen. She doesn't need an app. She just opens the door and listens. Sound effect. A door creaks open. A mother's footsteps on hardwood. A soft sigh. A baby's breath. You don't need a $300 monitor to love your child. You just need to know when to turn it off, when to unplug it, when to say, no, not today, because your baby's safety isn't in the cloud. It's in your hands, in your voice, in the quiet moment when you walk into her room and she doesn't know you're there, but she feels you. Final pause. A single tear drops. I used to think the world was getting safer, but now I know. The world is getting smarter, and some people are using that smarts to hurt the most innocent. But you're not powerless. You can unplug it. You can change the password. You can cover the lens. You can choose to be the one who says, not in my home. And that's enough. On-screen text appears for visual viewers. Unplug when not in use. Change password every 30 days. Turn off remote access. Cover the lens. Use a wired monitor if you're scared. You are not alone. You are not broken. You are a mother who loves fiercely. If you're listening to this, You're already doing the right thing. You're not paranoid, you're awake, and that's the most powerful thing you can be. Final frame, black screen. White text fades in slowly, one line at a time. Your baby isn't on the internet. She's in your arms. Turn off the screen, open the door. She knows you're there, and that's all that matters. End, no music, no logo, just the sound of a baby breathing. For 10 seconds,